Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and transformative periods in human history, the Renaissance Revolution. Picture this, it's the 14th century, and Europe is shaking off the cobwebs of the Middle Ages. After centuries of stagnation, it's time for a reawakening. A cultural, artistic, and intellectual explosion that will change the world forever. Now, what sparked this incredible movement? Well, it all started in Italy, Florence to be precise. Wealthy patrons like the Medici family were pouring their riches into the arts, fostering an environment where artists could thrive. Imagine being an artist back then, walking through the streets, feeling the pulse of creativity in the air, knowing you were about to change how people viewed the world. Speaking of artists, let's talk about some of the legends of the Renaissance. First up, Leonardo da Vinci, an absolute genius. Not only was he a painter, but he was also an inventor, scientist, and all-around Renaissance man. His iconic works like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper are still celebrated today, and his sketches of flying machines and anatomical studies show us just how far ahead of his time he was. Can you believe that the guy was thinking about human flight long before the Wright brothers made it a reality? Then there's Michelangelo, whose work is practically synonymous with the Renaissance itself. His sculpture of David is a stunning representation of human beauty and perfection, capturing the essence of the human form. And let's not forget the Sistine Chapel. Imagine lying on your back for 4 years, painting the ceiling, turning it into a masterpiece that would inspire awe for centuries to come. But the Renaissance wasn't just about art. It was a time of incredible scientific progress, too. Galileo Galilei challenged long-held beliefs about the universe. He didn't just gaze at the stars, he invented the telescope and made groundbreaking observations that led to the heliocentric model of the solar system. Talk about shaking things up. His discoveries paved the way for modern science, challenging the Church's authority and changing how humanity viewed its place in the cosmos. And speaking of changing perspectives, let's not forget about the impact of humanism. This philosophical movement emphasized the value of human beings, individual potential, and the importance of classical texts. Scholars like Erasmus and Thomas More were bringing back ancient Greek and Roman ideas, encouraging people to think for themselves and question authority. This intellectual revolution was a key part of the Renaissance, influencing everything from art to politics. Of course, we can't discuss the Renaissance without mentioning the printing press. Invented by Johannes Gutenberg, this revolutionary technology made books more accessible than ever before. Suddenly, ideas could spread like wildfire. The Bible, literature, and scientific works were flying off the presses, reaching audiences far beyond the elite. This democratization of knowledge was a game changer, setting the stage for the Reformation and modern education. So what's the legacy of the Renaissance Revolution? It's not just about beautiful art or groundbreaking science. It's about a shift in thinking. The Renaissance laid the groundwork for the modern world, influencing everything from politics to philosophy, art to education. It ignited a spirit of inquiry and creativity that still drives us today. As we wrap up our journey through this fascinating period, remember that the Renaissance was more than just a time of artistic brilliance. It was a revolution of the human spirit. It taught us to dream, to question, and to strive for greatness. So next time you see a stunning piece of art or ponder a scientific mystery, think back to those brilliant minds of the Renaissance who paved the way for our world today.